Part 5. War. The South had already seceded because of the unfair tariffs, and was making advancements toward freeing the slaves. For example, in 1850, a mechanical cotton harvester was patented by Samuel S. Rembert and Jebediah Prescott. This machine could do the work of 100 men, eliminating the need for manual labor. The North responded by saying, a mechanical picker would free millions of blacks, allowing them to migrate into northern cities. This machine should be driven out of the cotton fields and sunk into the Mississippi River. So it was withheld from production. The North needed to restrict blacks to the South, and in the 1857 case of Dred Scott, the Supreme Court declared blacks were not citizens, and had no rights according to the federal government. Meanwhile, in the South, blacks were granted their freedom, and even owned businesses legally. These were states' rights, which superseded federal restrictions. When these facts are revealed, it's impossible to claim the South fought to maintain slavery. So I'd like to take a moment to talk about the war. Not the Civil War. The war on reality. The constant attacks Southerners face from misinformed people. First of all, the only time historians use the word invasion is when they talk about the Battle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, when General Robert E. Lee fought there. They willfully ignore the fact that over 2,000 battles occurred in the South. Ultimately, the South surrendered after so many punishing battles. But Southerners still like to display the Confederate battle flag as a sign of solidarity, similarly to the way battered women like to wear a green ribbon to show the world they are survivors of domestic abuse or rape. You would have to be a disgusting person to rip the ribbon off her, spit in her face, and call her a loser. Yet that's exactly how people act when they see a Confederate flag. They tear it down, set it on fire, and mock anyone who displays it, bragging about the North's victory. They also tear down Confederate monuments out of ignorance, such as statues of General Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee fought against the immoral taxes and tariffs, which all people in the South were forced to pay. This means, while the South was setting black people free every day, Robert E. Lee was protecting them from the Northern extortionists. He also kept black people out of harm's way, by not involving them in Civil War battles. Simply put, Robert E. Lee was the first to declare, "Black Lives Matter." The North began drafting black soldiers, and putting them on the front lines, often without adequate ammunition. For example, the Battle of Fort Pillow cost the lives of 300 black Union soldiers, who were used as pawns to delay the Confederate forces, as Union gunboats approached down the Mississippi River. The Northern threat was clear, so a battle took place. Northern newspapers reported that the Union soldiers surrendered, but were shot down by the racist Confederates. But there's plenty of evidence to the contrary, including the fact that the Union flag, which would have been removed to indicate a surrender, remained waving above the fort. Then there's the all-black regiment who were sent to attack Fort Wagner, where nearly 300 were killed. The movie, Glory, likes to pretend black men volunteered to join the Union Army, but in reality, they were forced to fight. The term, enlisted men, means non-officers, not volunteers. The practice of drafting men into the Army continued until 1973.